Okay, Try It Tuesday is not just about food or disgusting foods.
Or drinks, or delicious things sometimes we brought in here, or
Fashion.
trying different lipsticks. I tried that, what was that called again? I can't remember what it was called, Sam.
that
I have
stuff
it in
that
my
wouldn't
makeup.
come off your lips?
Something skin, like something True Skin or something.
The color.
Yeah, it changed with your mood, but not like a mood lipstick from the 80s. It was just a very interesting lipstick that would stay on for hours.
I still
liked
think
it.
we need to try Spanx, the guys.
Wait, y'all did it years ago for the first road show. Hey, I'd be happy to bring the Spanx in.
We got to try those.
Have y'all trying the Spanx? How fast can they put the Spanx on? But
Feel the girls' pain.
yeah, so my sisters and Eric's wife and I were hanging out this weekend at a party, and we met these girls that were, we're just getting to know each other. We're asking like, oh, what do you do for a living? La 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 la. Monica, who's here, was a big fan of the Roula and Ryan show, so she knew it was me, and I was like, oh my God, that's Eric's wife, and there's my sisters. So I want to welcome Monica and Crystal to the studio. Dr. Monica Patel and Crystal Salvador. They are friends, and they have started a dating. I don't want to call it a site, but it is a site, but it's like not traditional dating site. It's because you're here for a reason. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan show.
Hi. We're so excited to be here.
Awesome to see you.
It's nice to meet you guys. Thanks for being a fan of the show.
Oh, thank you. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's a luxury matchmaking service. So we've been best friends for over 20 years, and we started it because we realized there was a lot of women that are so beautiful and accomplished and having a very hard time finding a match.
Right. And why is that? Because what we call is we term it the house cat guy. What is a house cat guy? The good looking guy. He stays home. He's not always out. But then we talk to people. We're like, where do we find these men? They're like, they're all at home. They're working from home. So we're like, okay, you know what? Let's launch. Everybody's kind of a matchmaker in a certain way. Why? Because you don't set somebody up with someone that's not worthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Right, because think about it, when you're going to set up your friend, like I was set up by my sister. Tassos and I are married because of the setup. My sister Kathy married her husband Marco because of a setup.
Yes,
Right.
It's like, and her friend had gone on a date. My sister's husband had gone on a date with a friend of hers. It was a really casual date, and she said to him on the date, "You know what? I think you'd be really fabulous for my friend. Do you mind if I ask her if I can share your number?" And that's how she got married. So to Crystal and Monica's point, a lot of people do meet through word of mouth. I know there are apps out there and there are different sites and people get really frustrated. We talk about the state of dating is terrible and there's liars out there and catfishers out there and all these things. And when Monica and Crystal were telling me and Negi and the girls about their concept, I thought, well, that's a really good idea because we've had women in our studio who are super accomplished surgeons and lawyers and just really successful in whatever their business
They
is.
don't have time to go to a club
And they
anymore.
don't.
They're
They
not
just
23
don't want
anymore.
to. They just don't
They're
want to.
burned out from it.
So what is the criteria? Like
Okay,
if
so
somebody
very,
wants
very
to join?
simple. What we do is we basically meet with you. We meet with the men, meet with the women. We just get to know a little bit about them, what they like, what are their non-negotiables in people, and then we go out there. And because we meet people all the time, then we just kind of match them up. And really quick, so I was matched by my boyfriend's sister, and she was matched by me. So obviously, does it work? Yes, it works.
Yeah, and
So
I'm proof of that. My sisters are proof of that.
Yes.
Eric and Negi got matched by me.
Yep.
I mean, the matching works
It
if
does
you
work.
can.
She might
you
want a
just go
refund
into
on
your
that one.
circles.
The main thing is just getting. So we don't have our struggle is not really with the women because women are very open to it. It's more the men. We got to get the men, sit them in the chair because they feel like they're being, hey, I'm in the hot seat. No, we're just asking a couple questions and then we're going to do a great thing for you.
So it's like, try it, guys.
That's right.
It's an all call for men who are homebodies, or you just don't want that vibe of having to put yourself out there and, well, let me go to a happy hour somewhere. Let me find somebody. You can go to Monica and Crystal's service. It's called TrueTies.
TrueTies
How do they
Global.
reach out to you?
Yes, so we're online. You can reach us out online, or you can find us via Instagram, via Facebook. And then also the nice thing is
Is it at TrueTies on Instagram?
It's TrueTies.
Yes, TrueTies.
Okay, TrueTies.
Yes, we're on
Yeah.
Instagram. And then also we launched it because we figured that, the dating apps, they were such a big thing, but I think people are kind of tired of swiping.
Yeah.
Right? They're tired because a lot
because
of
they've
times people
been
don't meet
burned
up.
so much by liars.
Yeah,
That's right.
and you're just sitting there and texting and not meeting up. And
not seeing each other in person.
and the photo that guys use is not the photo of them, or it's too filtered, or it's just a lot of fake profiles.
15 years ago.
I think a lot of. Why do you think guys are not going out there? And they're just staying home because they're busy working and they're confidence? Do you think?
I think the wrong guys are going out there. Sometimes there's married guys on dating apps. They're like, hey, you shouldn't be there. Leave some room for the good guys. But I think what it is I think men, again, I think that they're just maybe afraid of rejection because sometimes they do approach, from what we've heard, when they do approach a group of women, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm married. So then, they just kind of maybe just take a step back. Yeah.
So if you're just tuning into the Roula and Ryan show, we have two guests in studio, Dr. Monica Patel and Crystal Saldivar. They started TrueTies. It's on Instagram, TrueTies. And they also have their website, TrueTies.global. And it's kind of like an all call to men who, you know your lane, you've got your life, but you don't have a companion and you're looking for one, but you kind of feel like, I don't know where I'm going to find one.
Is there an age you're looking that you've seen doing this? How long have you guys been doing this?
February. We launched in February. Yes. I think our age, and we've agreed on this, is 35 and up. We're not trying to get a 20, 25-year-old married. Now, if they're ready, hey, come on down.
But that's what you're finding, like mostly 35, 45.
Yes.
Is there like an income type factor in there? Like you have to be successful?
We're open to everyone, but we're mostly targeting professionals, but we're really open to everybody because there are professional men who want a housewife. So really, really open to everything.
Right. So you don't necessarily. Okay, I got you.
And everyone needs love. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody needs some. I mean,
if you're too busy working too, you're too busy working, and that's not your thing.
Because we just did.
Well, you move. You come here. You move to Houston. You don't know anybody.
You don't know anybody.
We always talk about that.
That's a good point.
Once you're over 30, how hard is it to find
real friends?
Right, because when you're in high school and when you're in college, you're exposed to so many people, and then you're in the workforce. So then we're in our own little hamster wheel. We're like going to work, we're going to the gym, we have our own friends, so you're not really networking as much.
Yeah. And we just did last week the question, like, do you consider yourself undateable? And we had people call in as to why they think they're undateable. It was about their work schedules or their family schedules. And Monica, for you being a cardiologist, when you were set up, Crystal, you set up Monica with her husband?
Yes.
Okay. Did you feel like, Monica, at the time you were just, I mean, I can only imagine what being a cardiologist consists of with your schooling and your hours. Were you even dating at all before Crystal brought you the man that you ended up marrying?
No, because I kept meeting like randomly just the wrong guys. And it was almost the point where I was like, oh, okay, I think I'm done. So she forced me to go out for my birthday, and she interviewed people while we were inside the lounge. She was interviewing people in the lounge
before she got there. So that's basically what we do today. Yeah. So we, I would go up to guys, hey, hi, are you single? This, that, and the other. You got to be quick. You got to be fast. And no, I'm not available. Okay, next. And so that's
oh, yeah, because if you say that, they're going to immediately think, oh, she's coming on to me.
That's right. And I said, hey, it's not for me. So I wasn't afraid of the rejection because I wasn't doing it for myself. So that's kind of what we tied it into a business, and we said, hey, we're good at this. Let's do it. Why not? Let's help other people.
So you're not using an algorithm or anything like that?
It's very raw, very real. We meet you, we bring you in, we sit down 15, 20 minutes to talk to you.
Do you have a team, or are you two the ones?
We're the team. So that's what we like. It's personalized. You're always going to meet with Monica and I.
I feel like it's a boutique dating service.
Yeah,
it is.
A McDonald's of the world where there's 1,000 of them.
No, that's not what we want to do. We want to personalize it to you, to the person, meet with them, sit, talk, and then just go out there. We set up the date, and then the following day, which is the fun part for both of us, we'll reach out to both candidates. Hey, give us some feedback.
Yeah.
So how it ended up working out for us, we were waiting for our Uber.
Okay.
And so even while we're waiting for our Uber, she saw Calvin, and she went up to him and started
Calvin,
talking to my husband.
Okay.
And so she went up to him while we were waiting for our Uber. In about 5 minutes, she just asked him all these questions, made the connection, and then he met us up for my birthday the next day. And then after that,
wow.
That's awesome.
And here we are.
We're going to find out what these questions are, guys. These must be magic questions.
Somebody just texted at 37530. You know, what these girls don't realize is that if a guy asks you to dance or, can we get a drink, and you snub him and you say no, you just burst his confidence and his night, so he won't try again.
That's exactly right. And that's what we always talk about, that point of rejection. But what we always say is, hey, if you're that guy and you're courageous enough to go up to the woman, don't stop. Keep going, because most women that are attractive and good looking, most women want to be approached, and no one's approaching them. So if you're that guy, you're going to get lucky.
That's what some guys say. They go, I'm not that good looking, but I just have confidence. I went up to this beautiful woman and it worked because
it works.
Nobody would talk to him or hit on him.
And how many times have we heard in celebrity world, like Charlize Theron?
Yeah.
She has made jokes about how nobody asks her out. Like, nobody asks her out. She's so stunningly beautiful, and she goes, anybody want to go out with me? And nobody asks her out. In my real life, when I was in college, there was a girl that I was friends with who was so stunning. I'd never seen anything like it. We would just go shopping. And people would just stare at her. They would just stare at her all the time. They're always staring at her. She was like the key to get into any club or whatever. Nobody asked her out ever. Nobody asked this girl out because everybody assumed, well, I can't. No, she's too much for me, or she's too out of my league, or she probably has a boyfriend. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking to Dr. Monica Patel and Crystal Saldivar. They started TrueTies, TrueTies, in spring, and it's a boutique dating app. That's a great way to put it, Eric. It's a boutique dating service.
So when somebody signs up, is there a fee?
Yes. So there is a fee. We're very affordable in New York and LA and all big cities. Houston's one of them. They charge from $20,000 to $30,000. So ours are very, very, very affordable.
Say, my God,
no, guys.
We don't do New York style. We're not New York style.
$3,500 and $1,500. Very simple. Women $1,500, men $3,000.
Okay,
so very simple.
Everyone can join the database for free.
Right.
If they pay, we're actively looking for them.
Okay,
Right.
got it. It's a matchmaking service that you pay them to, and I know you're not the only one of its kind. For some people, they're like, "What?"
Right.
But I know there have been a lot of services all around the
Yes.
country and in Houston that people who are serious, like, listen, I need to find some quality, matchmaking material. Here's my money. Find me who you
Can
got.
you find
and it works for a lot of people
from other cities? Like, say, I
Yes.
don't, but to say I travel to LA a lot. Could you help me find somebody in LA?
Yes, we can. We have people in San Antonio. We have people in South Texas. And, a great point that we always like to bring up is matchmaking is not something new. It's been around for a long time. Monica's parents were matched years ago. And how old is your dad?
They're almost been married for almost 50 years now.
And they had 10 minutes to decide, hey, you ready? You go from India to the States. It works. It works. You just got to come and just give it a try.
So it's not as extreme as that because because my parents were arranged marriage as well. Monica, we were talking about that at the party, and that was what our connection was. And it's kind of like, okay, look good family. All right, let's go. We're making it happen. Let's go.
And they produced party marriages, so they must have done something right.
Yeah, it works.
Exactly.
That's right.
Good luck, ladies. It's called TrueTies on Instagram. And if maybe you're listening to us today and you haven't been motivated lately, it's something for you to try. Just try it and get in their database, and maybe you'll find your match.
Or you're listening, and it's like, my brother, he's 40 years old. He's not happy. He's not finding the right girls.
Right. So for everyone, it's free for everyone to join the database. So we don't want to turn off people.
Yeah. Everyone can do it.
Yeah, anyone can do so. If you know a good single female male, send them our way. Or if it's you sitting there, you're looking for someone, cuffing season's around the corner.
Cuffing season. You get cuffed to each other for the holidays. And that is a good point, what you guys said. If you're listening to this show right now and it's not about you, but you know someone, they'd be great for the database. That's
right.
awesome. Okay, well, good. Good luck, ladies. I
Thank
hope that you guys have a
awesome.
good reaction from this and we get some quality guys and girls to get together with each other.
more men out there to do it.
More weddings, less divorces.
I know, right? But the divorce stat, I think, did go down to 41%. I read that last week.
Oh, good.
That's because people aren't getting married like they used to.
Uh-oh.
It's true.
We're having fun, though.
Yep, they're having fun still.
All
Just
right,
not getting
Debbie
married.
Downer. All right, Debbie Downer. All right, coming up next, we're going to go around the table, and there is something that's been happening to me the last 3 days, and I think Eric can attest to this, and I thought he was going to call me out last week for it. And maybe Ryan could call me out too, but I don't know if he paid as close attention as Eric did to what was going wrong in my life the last 3 days that has to do with this national story today. I'll explain next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Okay, I'm calling myself out. I'm just going to call myself out because I thought Eric was going to do it last week. Now, last week, just to recap, Sam and Kevin had gone on vacation together and they weren't here on Friday. And you weren't here yesterday, guys.
Right.
Yes, it was a big vacation.
I hate,
Not even a half a week.
I hate to admit
I think I noticed this.
Go on.
that I have to have coffee in the morning. I hate to admit that. I like the ritual of the coffee. I like the smell of the coffee, but I didn't think I had to have it. It's fine if I don't start my day
Caffeine
without
is
it.
a very addictive drug.
It's not really the addiction to the caffeine, Ryan. I think it was more like it's my routine. People don't like to be out of their routine.
Flavor.
Comfort. You've had that
just-
coffee. It feels like a hug.
I
to
wake
you
up,
guys.
I get dressed, I pour my coffee in the house. I get here and I drink maybe half of it, and then we're doing the show. Okay, last Thursday we got a new coffee machine. We couldn't figure out how to work it. And I was like, well, this can't be that hard. I have a college degree.
We did?
Could not
at
figure
your
it out.
house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Could not figure out why this thing was not cooperating with the thing. I first thought Tasso had set it for PM, not AM. So for Friday morning, I came in here, no coffee. Because, it got set 12. It's an auto program coffee. I thought he set it for PM. That's what it said on the clock when I left the house. And I said, okay, well, I'll just get some at work. But you guys weren't here, and you guys are the coffee drinkers.
Right.
And makers.
and maker.
Yeah. More importantly,
Thank you, Sam.
Lots of skills.
And I bought a Keurig for the radio station that a lot of people use.
True.
But I'm not really a big fan of that Keurig. The coffee didn't taste good.
It's nice.
So it threw me off wonky
That's the
pants.
other one
Okay, I
then.
was cattywampus on Friday,
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
Friday the 13th. I was acting something's crazy. What's going on? Then through the weekend, made coffee in different ways. I wake up late. My sister was over. She had made coffee. Okay, I had coffee on Saturday morning. Fine. Sunday, I didn't have coffee because I was running late for church. Whatever. It's fine. I had it later. Yesterday morning, again. You guys aren't here. Yeah. That damn coffee machine screwed me again. And when I got here, when I woke up and I was like, okay, I don't smell it though. Why don't I smell it brewed? No damn coffee. So I come here and I'm like, I texted Ahmad and I was like, Ahmad, please, if you're at the radio station, please can you make some coffee?
he doesn't know how to make coffee either. He's
Ahmad, okay,
no.
Sam, you especially going to know this. The way KRB's coffee machines work, guys, just like any corporate coffee, giant carafe.
It's a big guy.
It's a huge carafe and it has these Starbucks prepackaged vacuum seal bags.
Yep.
And all you got to do is rip it open, put it in the filter, let it roll. So when I got here, I said to Ahmad, thank you so much. You got my text. Did you make the coffee? He's like, listen, I'm not a coffee person, so I don't know if I did it. I said, you just open the bag and you pour it in. He goes, I don't know how much I used. And when I went down there, you know what he used? He used somebody's like
the
coffee
bag that was sitting in the back there. They were sitting off to the side.
The kind you have to measure.
No, there was a lot in there.
Is that someone's
Yeah.
personal?
I think it might be somebody's personal.
it was
Urban, who is it?
It was a
Whose is it,
crossover,
Irvin?
wasn't it?
So fun fact, we had run out of coffee at one point, and our boss Alex actually bought those.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Ahmad didn't know how to
Emergency.
use that because you need like measurements for
Did he
that.
put a lot in there?
I think he just poured a bunch in there and I was like, whatever, I don't care. I have some coffee. But the point of this is I have to admit that it totally jacks my day up if I have not had my ritualistic routine coffee. And there's a national story today that says a third of America says their entire day can be ruined
'Cause of coffee?
if their coffee is not right. Some people claim, 1 in 5 Americans claim that for having fresh coffee is better than having action. 1 in 5
I don't know about
Americans.
They're not having the right kind of action.
I guess not. But I think that's that's a big statement to make about coffee.
Bad coffee will start your day off real
Really?
crappy.
You.
Poor Sam was at the beach, the first one who was up, and unfortunately,
I have a toddler.
all there was this coffee that was left there from some renters months and months and months ago, maybe a year ago.
Ruined your
My dad
morning.
forgot the coffee, so it was dusty.
man.
It was that
It was
dusty ass
so-
tasting like little coffee.
Were you so desperate to say, you're like, okay, I will drink this
I
dust
kept
pot.
adding sugar to it and adding there was this creamer. No offense,
It wasn't
the
right.
creamer was
Why do you think you're
Was
offending
it
someone by the
because
Expired?
it was.
didn't make
It was at the beach.
It was at
Yeah.
the beach. It was brought to the
Oh,
beach.
somebody brought
It was
it. Somebody
somebody's
brought it.
creamer,
Well,
and
they were
I'm
trying to
over
be
here
nice,
like.
and they brought it for you.
I hear you.
Well, we had to actually leave the house and walk down to a
We
coffee
had
shop.
to. We had to. And then luckily they messed up my order, so I got 2 coffees for the price of one.
So you gave it to someone else?
No, I drink
she
it.
drank
it.
I needed all of that.
Yes,
Yes.
you have to drink
Drinking
it.
with Kevin, and then my baby is waking up real early.
Yeah,
like,
babies don't care what your hangover's doing. Your baby's waking up at 5.
Yeah, so the coffee you were drinking, was it a K-cup or was it just like
No,
a...
it was a legit old school
from a
coffee
can
pot,
of
like
coffee.
a normal. It was just a bag that was just.
That's actually better for you. You know, the studies, and if you don't believe me, Google it.
Oh, no, you're right about this.
The K-cups have microplastic in
Oh,
them.
I'm sure
and
they
you're
do.
You're putting plastic in your body.
They're saying about Topo Chico, too. They're saying that's not...
What?
it's
Not the
got-
glass kind.
The glass has something. It's
The
got some-
glass
No,
has
there was something with the bubbles.
I
I saw
said to my
something with
wife
the bubbles.
yesterday.
Wait, that's my go-to.
It's got some P something, some
What?
chemicals.
PFAs.
PFAs or
Permanent, yeah, it's like permanent chemicals.
something. Yeah.
Permanent chemicals.
In the-
Is that
Yes,
what we're calling
permanent.
it?
Yeah, there's permanent
Yeah.
chemicals.
You really
in it.
should pay attention to what you're putting in your
So
body.
just look it up. I don't know, but
Yeah,
And
but it's
wait,
just
one
like
other
the
thing about
calories
that,
of it.
Ryan,
drink
is
one bottle. Who cares? It's not
that
gonna-
paper cups should absorb the liquid. However, when you have a Starbucks cup and it's paper, all of that is lined with this kind
That
of
waxy stuff, yeah.
and
That's
that
not good for
leaches
you.
thousands and thousands of these chemicals into your body. So if you're drinking that plastic cup,
That's
thing
why
every
you
day-
buy yourself a tumbler.
This
You just
is-
have them pour the
See that
coffee in
text?
that.
Someone says, I want to taste that coffee that's making 20% of Americans say coffee's better than sex.
Yeah.
That's got to be some good ass coffee.
I don't like it. I don't drink coffee. I don't like it.
Aaron, to add to your
Topo Chico.
Topo
thing?
Chico story, yes, a
Just
consumer
on TikTok,
report
so it could
study.
be BS for all I know. I don't
It
want
says
to be
consumer report, so that's pretty reputable. A consumer report study found that Topo Chico natural mineral water contained high levels of per and polyfluoral alkyl alkyl substances. PFAS is what it's called.
Uh-oh.
It's a group of chemicals that can be harmful to human health and the environment if you drink a lot of it. I'm thinking if you, like you said,
if you drink a couple a day, like
what's a lot?
Well, this says it's 9.76 parts per trillion. I don't know what that relates to, but I'm thinking if you're addicted to Topo Chico, just like if you had too much Monster, too much Keurig, too much.
See, that's the thing. We don't do anything in moderation in America.
Yeah, we do.
No, come on.
I don't drink Topo Chico like it's going out of style.
No, I just do ranch waters.
I'll just.
But that's
Tim cuts it with the alcohol.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you look at
it, kills the compound.
It does.
Just
I think I'm
not.
fine. I think I'm fine.
So ways you can reduce PFAS, they say.
Unless you play rapid fire, then we kind of wonder.
Make your sparkling water at home.
It's all from the ranch waters.
So you got to use the Soda Stream instead?
It says make your sparkling water at home if you'd like to reduce PFAS because everything
Even
has
Topo Chico has the cute little bottles. Like it's just a
cute.
vibe.
The little mini ones?
I'm not doing it.
Mini Topos.
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of poison. It's cute.
Exactly.
My kids call it crunchy water. I call it kid beer. Like LaCroix or like the grocery store brand of LaCroix, whatever that is. Hillland Farms.
You got to watch those too. Some of them have sodium in them.
Sodium.
I saw something yesterday. I was at Costco because for a Try It Tuesday, but it's like $200, so I didn't get it. It's a
if you follow Eric's stories, you saw
my stories. What do you call that thing? It's a portable. It's
portable what?
To do those baths. With
ice baths.
The ice plunges, like the ice plunge bath.
I know that's big right now. They say it's great, but it's like a mini one.
It's an inflatable one, like you would have.
So what do? You take a scalding bath and then you jump in this ice.
No, it's just ice bath. It's
really
good for your
like
body.
showers. We're supposed to be taking cold showers, but
Eric, you should absolutely buy that and then give it to me.
I know. In my stories, everyone said, "Whatever, Eric, you won't," because I said, "Oh, I can return it. It's Costco," and they go, "You're not going to return it. You'll just give it to Sam."
I hope so. I used to do ice baths all the time in college, like after sports, with soccer and everything like that.
Injuries.
Ice baths are.
But would you do it now, Sam? Like, what would be the point for us who are not, playing a professional sport, athletic?
It's really refreshing. Like, wakes your body up.
Would you do it now?
Absolutely. If it was in here right now, I would totally do it.
Well, I mean, you could do it at home. You could just turn on the cold bathroom.
Yeah, this thing's
water.
cool.
No, this one it's different. I feel like it's a mindset.
Promise, I don't know how I'd get the water
sit.
out.
Yeah, where are you going to drain that? You're in a high rise.
I can put it in the back of my truck.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if you drained it off his balcony?
You're going to get up every morning, go down to the parking lot, and jump in.
It's just like
because you can't carry it. We think Ryan's carrying a 200-pound ice bath
right
Eric's
in the
going
elevator,
over the balcony, dumping it every morning,
and then your neighbors underneath think there's like a torrential downpour every day just for 5 minutes.
That does happen. Living in a high rise when people water their plants.
Oh, and the water drops
too crazy
down from the balcony.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, is it raining?
Because how does that work, though? You have to. So it's basically a blow up tub, but they don't provide the ice. They don't provide the water or anything like that.
Producer Eric,
okay, I'll have to look.
On Instagram, you'll see my story.
Yeah.
And there's one. There's a funny photo because there's like there's four people in a
hot tub.
I don't know if there was a hot tub, inflatable one as well, but it looked weird because there's 3 women and 1 guy. I'm like, wow, this guy's.
I think it was supposed to be the mother, the father, and the daughters.
No, that
they
looked
look younger.
That looked like him and 3 women.
That's in your head.
Yeah, right? It probably is a
And then I was
family.
saying, I hope it's not an ice bath because that's the last thing that guy needs is cold water in there with 3 girls.
Shrinkage.
Oh, my God.
Well, when Eric buys his $200 Costco ice bath, Sam will tell us how it feels.
Yes.
Later.
Why do you need to buy all this crap? Why don't you just take a cold shower?
Because it's about the plunge.
It's like the
you can't plunge
it's
into
the
shower.
mindset.
That's a new thing.
You
It's
normally sit in there for
Fill up your
like
bathtub
10 minutes.
with cold water.
I don't have a bathtub.
I don't have a bathtub.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem.
What happened to your
like
bathtub?
tubs.
I never had a bathtub.
Tubs are gross.
But did you have one in your old house that everyone likes better than the one you live in now? Troll you.
I agree. Bathtubs are kind of gross, but sometimes you just move into it and it's all you got there.
I don't understand why you bought these. Kevin did have an outdoor shower though at his dad's house, and that was really fun. Like at the beach, the outdoor shower. Not together.
You could. You're in your swimsuit.
If you could just imagine,
you two taking a shower together.
Shower head out back. It's just all of us coming up off the beach. Yeah,
It was not Kevin and I. Maybe that's like a Rafi, because I can tell you something that happened in that shower.
All right, Rafi.
Well, that has never happened to me before in my life, and it is disgusting.
Let's record one Thursday then.
It was foul.
All right.
All right, this Thursday, Rafi.
Touch my hand.
Write that note about your.
She won't forget this.
No, I am scarred. Roula, you will die.
Oh, God, I can't imagine.
Was his dad taking a shower and you walked in?
Did you get stung by a jellyfish? Somebody had to pee on you?
No, it happened.
We'll find out in the Rafi on Thursday. All right, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, in case you missed this, Puff Daddy P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, was arrested by the feds last night in Manhattan. Is it time for him to face it? Well, we'll talk about what is he facing next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
From the big screen to the big house.
Roula and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. Don't forget, we're still inside the window for Taylor Toss-Up. We had a winner today for the first try of the 5 Taylor Toss-Up chances to get you to the Eras Tour in Miami. It's where we pay for the hotel, the airfare, and the tickets. You get to have the experience with a guest. You become a finalist for that trip if you can identify 3 Taylor Swift songs back-to-back within 15 seconds with the correct titles. And a lot of people have their networks working on this. If you are a KRBE insider, you know the exact times we're going to play every day. It's between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. We got 4 more shots at the Taylor Toss-Up today. All right, last night, Sean Diddy Combs was arrested by the feds, according to TMZ's sources. That arrest was supposed to happen today, but something happened yesterday. They made them move on.
Figured that, hey, we're not going to let him slip through our fingers.
Yeah, maybe somebody would leak it to him.
He has been indicted on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. For years, there have been stories of Sean Combs doing terrible things. And the power that he had and the name that he had and the credibility that he had, people just either brushed it under the rug or didn't believe them.
Get him to the Greek?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that character that he played was him.
A little bit,
I didn't see that movie, so I don't.
But he wasn't doing all those horrible things, though. I mean,
just his, remember he threatened him and he was just a bad person.
Yeah.
I feel like he wasn't acting.
And then we all saw that video of Diddy running in that towel and what he did to that poor woman.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he did.
Come back from that.
He had to have some big apology, which nobody was buying.
That was hotel footage, right? And who was the girl? I forgot the girl's name.
Wasn't it Cassie?
Cassie, correct.
I thought it was.
So he has been sued by people who say he subjected them to physical or sexual abuse. He has denied many of those allegations. His lawyer said outside of the courthouse this morning that Sean Combs is going to plead not guilty. As we all know, his homes in Los Angeles and Miami were already raided. He had
by Homeland
off
Security
to the Caribbean, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's running from the cops. He'll get caught at some point." Well, he came back and
voluntarily. He knew this was going to happen.
Yeah,
and he came back to New York and be like, "All right, well, here I am."
You just can't hide. You're gonna
might
as well fight it.
Especially his status.
He's got lawyers,
and he has the money to fight.
He does because he is isn't he a billionaire?
Is he a billionaire yet? I know that
Let me
his
find out real quick.
clothing label and his alcohol label has made him more money than his music has, but all that sampling and all that music of the hands that his hands he had.
Yeah, he's worth $1 billion.
Money. Is it really? Gosh.
He gave all the publishing rights back to his bad boy artists, I think, in order to
shut up.
Yes. I'm pretty sure he's like, look, have your music back. Just don't say anything.
It seems very obvious, doesn't it?
I'll give it back to you. Here's the contracts. And
right.
One of the
probably made him sign an NDA.
Yeah, it says in there, like, when we go to trial, you're going to say nice things about me.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Sean Combs is 54 years old. At one point, he was the most influential figure in hip hop before all these allegations emerged over the past year and turned him into a pariah.
But he's
according to the
a lot of civil suits too. Like a lot of people.
Well, we talked about that last hour. Was it the first hour? Like, how did I miss
Male
this on
and
September
female.
the 6th? This man who's incarcerated in Detroit just won a $100 million civil lawsuit against Sean Combs
by default because Sean Combs didn't go to court.
You said he was offered $3 million. I would have taken the 3 because you'll never see the 100.
Nope.
It was $2.5 million. Sean Combs offered him $2.5 million to not
should
go to
have
court
taken it because he'll never pay. He'll never pay.
So, Sean Combs did apologize after the Cassie video was released, saying he was disgusted when he saw it. But we all said, well, everybody who gets caught says the same because you have to make amends in the press. What is he going to say? Yeah, I was mad. Maybe I was on drugs. I don't know. So what? I hit somebody. Nobody's going to say that. If they're smart and they've got the right people around them, they're going to say, here's what you're going to say on television in the press. This is your press release. The spin doctors are going to spin it. Now, his attorney said that they are emphatic that he is innocent and he will certainly skate these charges. We'll have to wait and see what happens. It's going to be a long haul. I don't think it's going to be over anytime soon. So that's the latest there. Okay. I think that's it. Can we cleanse the palate with something else? Let's go to the next.
Yeah, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
How about a sports thing for you, Eric? I know you can't stand when it's difficult to find a game, so fans hoping to see the nation's newly minted #1 Texas Longhorns in college football are not going to be able to do so with conventional television platforms. It's this weekend, by the way.
Really?
Texas, which rose to #1 in the Associated Press poll Sunday for the first time since 2008, will host Louisiana Monroe at 7 p.m. Saturday. But the game will be a streaming exclusive on SEC Network Plus and ESPN Plus, a separate over-the-top subscription service that's not included with ESPN subscriptions.
This is where Congress needs to get involved in this stuff. Get involved and change these things, because you need like 5 services to watch NFL.
Well, they can sell it
YouTube,
to whoever they want.
Yeah, Apple TV Plus for baseball.
It just sucks.
Yeah, they make it more and more difficult.
I'm like, wait, where's the game?
Buy these services.
In the old days, people just gripe about having just cable and cutting a cord. You're not saving any money anymore if you want to watch all this stuff.
If anything,
I know you can.
Yes, you're spending more if you want the non-commercial option.
And then you have to leave a platform and go to another platform and get all fired up and sign in and everything instead of just going up or down on your.
That's what I'm saying. You can't change.
Your remote's no longer.
Like I said, I'm not on Hulu because it's too many steps.
Like I was watching like Texans. Like really, you're trying to watch the Emmys and Texans.
Yes.
If that game was on Amazon Prime, you'd be screwed.
Oh, because I was saying on Monday that I had 2 TVs going, and at least I could run to one TV and see. I had to listen to the Emmys and watch the Texans on mute, but I can at least see the 2 TVs. But if I had one TV and I was switching back and forth, with sometimes on one TV I did switch, because when the Emmys got a little like, okay, this is long, this is a category I don't care. Let me go to the Texans real quick in this room. If it was Amazon Prime, I'd be like, forget it, I can't.
You gotta stay on it.
Yeah, you gotta stay on it.
That's what they're hoping for. You'll stay on it, and they can.
And it's too much of a pain
commercials
to leave.
Like WWE Raw. It's always on Monday nights. It's going to Netflix in January.
Oh.
But they're going to have commercials as well. So not only are you paying.
Oh, geez.
But they're like, well, if you have the top service, there'll be breaks in the action, and you'll see. I'm like, you shouldn't get any commercials.
No, you shouldn't. You're paying for that already. So here's a serious story here in Houston. In recent weeks, school districts across H-Town have been grappling with a surge in school threat hoaxes. A lot of hoaxes being called in, and this diverts resources and attention for real emergencies. Now, last week alone, Klein Independent School District responded to 3 separate hoaxes, one of which led to the arrest of a student. Now, you have to realize, if you're a kid out there and you're thinking about doing this, investigations will sometimes involve subpoenaing their social media platforms, and they will trace the source.
What does that mean, Ryan, to subpoena your social media? Because a kid is like, I don't know what to subpoenas.
That means they will legally.
They're going to do what with them?
They will legally go through. They'll confiscate and go through all your social media,
and they'll find. They can go.
They'll find it. They'll trace it.
It's still out there,
and they will. They basically confiscate it so they can show it to the court. Like, this is evidence now. You can't do anything with this active account because it's ours now. We've subpoenaed it. You cannot do anything with it. And also, anybody who has been told by their kid, their cousin, their niece, their nephew, oh, some kid in my class said blah, blah, blah. Well, that's part of the whole thing Crime Stopper says in the Safe School program. If you see something, say something. Because even the most innocent type flutter of a statement, I'm going to blow up the school, you have to tell somebody they said that. That's how serious you take it. It's like saying bomb in an airport. You can't say that. They're going to arrest you.
Nope.
They don't take it. Zero tolerance. You have to have zero tolerance. If you hear a kid say, I heard a kid say, you got to tell somebody. Because even Rania Macarius and Eric and I were talking yesterday how it's gotten so out of control with these hoaxes or the actual school shooting that just took place. I mean, our kids are just
I'd like to, because
wrought with stress.
Next Tuesday.
Yes.
And I had to use Crime Stoppers recently, and I'll tell you what, they're amazing. They are just absolutely amazing.
I'll tell you what, that propane tank sure looks full to me. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
And it's still on fire.
So Ryan didn't think they were amazing until he used them.
They were.
Right. He didn't think they were amazing all the years we've paired up with them.
I really did.
And won the Houston Hero Award.
But I think it's
until he called them, he said, now they're
It's like anything in life. Once you have actually had to use something or try something, you have a different perspective.
Oh, no, I knew about them before. I trusted them from the second I met them.
They're what the kids call the bee's knees.
That's right, Ryan. It's the bee's knees. Now, you can go down to the sock hop and get you a soda.
He was to teach me that, right? Yeah,
that's what we say now.
Skibbity toilet.
Oh my
Not
God.
40 years ago now.
Skibbity toilet.
40 years ago.
That might be 80 years ago.
Skibbity toilet. Ohio.
Yeah, that's not even
Ohio.
20. That's like 19th century.
Sock hop.
All right, coming up next, did you miss what happened on Revenge today? Some people thought this guy needs to focus on getting a promotion than focus on what this faker's doing. Imposters.
But if
College
you're an
imposters.
Aggie, if you went to A&M and you hear this, you're going to be so mad at this guy.
And what the Aggies are mad about on different levels.
Oh.
There's different levels of anger from Aggies who heard what happened on Revenge. You'll hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.